Plenty of seats right up front. Welcome to the California Global Hydrogen Energy Transition Summit. My name is Janice Lin, and I'm the founder and president of the Green Hydrogen Coalition and your event chair. Whether you're joining us from near or in some cases very far away, welcome and thank you for lending your voice to this gathering. Next. Over the next 2 days, we have an amazing, diverse program for all of you covering all aspects of the clean and renewable hydrogen ecosystem. On day one, we're going to be focusing on big picture, global progress for advancing clean and renewable hydrogen for our energy transition, energy security, and energy reliability. We'll have a particular focus on the challenges and opportunities for scaled multi-sectoral offtake. Day two, which is all day tomorrow, and I hope all of you will join us again tomorrow. We are going to focus on how to get there, how to build scaled, clean, renewable hydrogen to supply that multi-sectoral offtake. Next. Okay, a little bit about the Green Hydrogen Coalition. We're a 501c3. That's an educational nonprofit. And I founded this organization almost 6 years ago with the idea that we can accelerate our transition away from fossil fuels by developing and producing cost-competitive green fuels at scale. Renewable hydrogen is the energy carrier for those alternative fuels, and the fastest path forward is to aggregate multi-sectoral demand to scale production. And when we say renewable hydrogen, we mean production from all types of renewable feedstocks, not just solar, renewable electricity and water, but also biogenic feedstocks. And the idea is to scale production, drive down cost, while we concurrently aggregate demand and build the needed infrastructure to connect the two. That is the focus of the next 2 days. Next. By now, you should have all downloaded the Whova app. It's a really handy application. There you will see the full program, and you can read detailed bios of all of our speakers. Next. In terms of safety, there are green signs everywhere. In the event of an unlikely event of an emergency, just follow those green signs and exit the building in a calm way. Next. The GHC has a small but mighty team. For the folks on the GHC, I know a bunch of them are out in registration. Anybody in the room, can you stand up? We see Tim back there. We have this visual here so you know what they look like. Everybody's wearing a green staff badge. So if you have any question whatsoever, please track them down. They will help you. And thank you so much, Team GHC. Thank you, Tim. Next slide. I also want to thank our co-hosts. Honestly, this summit would not be possible without the collaboration, support, and importantly, the leadership of our co-hosts. I mean, it's your leadership that's making progress happen in large part. Thank you so much for everything that you and your staff, wonderful to work with, that you have done. And in a minute, I'm going to invite each of our co-hosts to the stage to offer their own remarks so you can hear directly from them. Next. I'd also like to thank our sponsors, Arup, First Public Hydrogen, LADWP, PSM, the State Building and Construction Trades Council, Port of LA, Element Power, and the Port of Long Beach. Producing an event like this, it really takes a village, and it would not have been possible without your generous support, so thank you. Okay, with that, I'd like to do a really quick survey of who's in the room. We are going to get you all talking and interacting with each other, but just really quickly, by show of hands, who here is a government attendee? Just so we know. Okay, awesome, it worked. We produced this conference primarily for all of you. 2, who's an industry attendee? Thanks for coming out, guys. Really, really appreciate it. And who here is from a nonprofit? Show of hands. And lots of nonprofits. Fabulous. So we got a really great array. For those of you who have been to our events in the past, you know I'm a really big fan of quotes. And I'd like to share the next slide, which is one of my favorite quotes. It's by Margaret Mead. She's a famous social anthropologist. And she says, I quote, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has." I would like to offer an idea, and that is that that small group that's going to change the world is right here in this room. That's all of you. And speaking of folks who are going to change the world, I'd like to go ahead and invite our first co-host to take the podium, Vice Chair Siva Gunda. Please join me and give me a round of applause welcoming Vice Chair Gunda.
Good morning, everybody. It's so nice to see everybody here. Welcome to the California Natural Resources Agency's headquarters. It's absolute pleasure and an honor to host this event, along with Janice's team here, the Green Hydrogen Coalition. Since we started moving into this building, one of the core pieces that we try to do is use this building for bringing people together. The events like this is the core for me in advancing progress. As we move forward, small conversations in meetings like this change the trajectory of where we end up. So I wanted to say thanks for taking the time to be here. I wanted to give a couple of high-level points as we consider the conversation the next couple of days. The Energy Commission is absolutely proud to co-host this event. And the Energy Commission is a team of about 1,000 staff, and I'm one of the 5 commissioners currently serving as the vice chair of the Energy Commission, and my core focus is energy transition. But as you kind of take a step back and just think about the moment we are in, I think it's very clear through California Air Resources Board's work, as we move forward, electrification is going to play a very important role in the decarbonization strategy of California. But very important with the decarbonization through electrification is clean molecules. And there's an important need for clean molecules, and hydrogen has a tremendous opportunity as we move forward into sectors where it's going to be hard to electrify. As we think about hydrogen and the opportunities, especially in the given moment, as there are uncertainties through global and federal policies, it is even more important for us, a team like this, to look at the opportunity to move the conversation forward and not lose the momentum. So I'm really glad to be here, welcoming you all. I want to give a big thanks to our 4 co-hosts here, obviously the Energy Commission, but the Alliance for Renewable Clean Hydrogen Energy Systems, which is ARCHES. We know Tyson is here from ARCHES, California Air Resources Board, my colleague and friend and mentor, Leanne Randolph, J.T.L. Randolph is here, and the Green Federal Ministry of Economic Affairs and Energy. So thank you, German Federal Ministry for Economic Affairs and Energy. Thank you so much for co-hosting it. I also know colleagues from Denmark are here, so thank you for being here to be a part of this conversation. With that, I will not delay this conversation and pass it back to Janice. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to welcome Franziska Obermeier, Deputy Consul General for Germany, to the stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues and partners, it's a great honor to be with you here today. I'm delighted to share a few words on behalf of Germany. But first of all, I would also, of course, like to welcome you to this important conference. It is coming at the right time. I guess we all agree that hydrogen is one of the most exciting frontiers in the quest for a clean energy future. And Germany and California share a common vision: to lead the world in the development and adoption of clean energy solutions, with hydrogen playing a central role in this transformation. A few words about where we stand in Germany I wanted to share. Germany's National Hydrogen Strategy was launched in 2020 and updated in 2023. It states that we aim to establish 10 gigawatts of green hydrogen production capacity by 2030. One of the unique aspects of this strategy is that it recognizes that we will need to import a significant part of the hydrogen we require. And with this in mind, the German government has last summer adopted an import strategy, where the framework is laid out for importing a minimum of 50% of the hydrogen needed. Another important aspect is, of course, setting up the energy grid for this. Therefore, in October last year, the Federal Network Agency in Germany approved the so-called Hydrogen Core Network, which includes over 9,000 kilometers of pipeline, partly by converting existing natural gas pipelines and partly through new construction. You will hear more about our ongoing projects from Dr. Falk Böhmecke of the German Federal Ministry of Economic Affairs and Energy, and other distinguished speakers from Germany throughout the conference. As someone who has worked in the renewable energy sector myself in my life before becoming a diplomat, I have seen firsthand the importance of innovation and collaboration to bring about lasting change. And as California too has set ambitious goals, reaching carbon neutrality by 2045 and having the largest hydrogen fueling network in the US, you have been and you continue to be a natural partner and great partner to bring forward the shared vision. Here in California, we're inspired by forward-thinking projects like the San Francisco Hydrogen Ferry, which when piloted last year was pioneering hydrogen-powered public transport, or like the Calistoga Hydrogen Microgrid, which is one of the largest. But of course, there are many more examples that show that California is a leader in integrating hydrogen into its energy ecosystem. I truly believe that we can learn a lot from each other and that our partnership holds the potential to accelerate the global transition to clean hydrogen. Today's and tomorrow's conference is playing an important part in this. Before I close, please allow me to also have a few words of acknowledgement. This event would not have been possible without the tireless work of many individuals and organizations. Therefore, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the Green Hydrogen Coalition and its president, Janice Lin, for their invitation and for organizing the summit. I would also like to thank the California Energy Commission and the California Air Resources Board under the leadership of Chair Leanne Randolph for their ongoing collaboration. And a special thank you to my colleagues also at the German Federal Ministry for Economic Affairs and Energy for co-hosting this event, as well as Adelphi and the German American Chamber of Commerce for their partnership and support. We all know the transition to a sustainable carbon neutral future will not happen overnight, nor can we achieve it alone. It will require collective action, innovation, and partnership. In this regard, I wish all of us that this summit may be a catalyst for greater collaboration and a forum to exchange ideas for our joint mission to achieve a cleaner, more resilient energy future. For the German side, I can say that we're truly excited to see what lies ahead and look forward to continuing this incredible journey together. Thank you.
Thank you, Consul General Obermeier. Our next speaker and offering welcome remarks is Chair Leanne Randolph from the California Air Resources Board.
Good morning, and thank you all for being here. From the first passage of the climate law in California, AB 32, international engagement has been a critical piece of our climate work. We know we absolutely cannot do this alone. And the work that the Green Hydrogen Coalition and all the other partners have done to put this event together is just such a wonderful example of this. These international relationships, technical engagement, the work we're doing together is absolutely critical given the headwinds that we are confronting in California and around the world. The federal government is rolling back all sorts of climate action, all sorts of clean air action, is attacking California's authority. And so it's critical for us to work together to keep advancing the technology, keep advancing the deployment, and keep looking for strategies that will decarbonize the economy in California and around the world. California remains steadfast in our commitment to reach our statutory goal of carbon neutrality by 2045, and hydrogen is a key pillar of that strategy. Our climate action plan, the scoping plan, says that we need tremendous growth in hydrogen supply in order to achieve our carbon neutrality target. Hydrogen is going to be especially important for end uses with limited options to substitute for fossil fuel, such as heavy-duty trucking, shipping, aviation, industrial applications, heavy-duty equipment that is just not at the point of being electrified. The benefits of reducing our use of and reliance on fossil fuel over time include not just a clean air and a healthy climate, but economic opportunity, jobs. California businesses have proven that they can reduce emissions while still growing our economy here in the state. We are now the 4th largest economy in the world. And in doing so, they have become some of the market's lead innovators and competitors. California is home to 3 renewable hydrogen production projects, 2 currently operational, 1 in development. Zero emission technologies are rapidly improving and evolving. Regional and local initiatives such as the Angeles Link Hydrogen Pipeline and the Lancaster Hydrogen projects provide important proving ground for implementation and an opportunity to scale up. To continue this legacy of innovation, we need to build and strengthen the partnerships that we will foster in this room. Across government, amongst jurisdictions, public, private partners, gatherings like this provide a wonderful opportunity to do that. And I'm looking forward to this discussion over the course of the next 2 days. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Chair Randolph. And our final co-host welcoming us today is Tyson Eckerly from GoBiz and Arches. Come on up, Tyson.
Right. Well, thank you. It is great to be here. And I think if there's kind of one word to use to like really get the hydrogen market off the ground, it's together. Like we really have to work together to make this. And so make it all happen. And, you know, we do a lot of it working with our federal government. And I would say that's a little bit less feeling of togetherness at the moment. But I do want to say, like, you know, as far as the federal interaction has gone with Arches and the federal, all 7 hubs, we are all still getting paid and reimbursed. And so that part is still engaging. We just got paid a couple of weeks ago. So $5,629,018, which is an oddly specific number, but it's very particular going through. So that is still happening. But I think a lot of the value that the federal program put out there has already been extracted, and that's just by helping organize the market and seeing what that collective interest is. All those initiatives that you've heard here from our prior speakers are really important. Keep looking at Yuri, like you know, Angeles Link is a key option in there as well. But you know, over time, Arches has collected over $70 billion worth of commercially viable project options. And, you know, a lot of that is predicated on tax credits. We've had some victory there to keep that momentum going. But it's a huge opportunity to leverage that organization to bring private capital into the market. And bringing those private capital can help us get those early wins, that early victories. And then we need to see victories in Germany and Japan, Korea, everywhere, and we can all kind of snowball upon each other. So we're really excited to be here and grateful for everybody spending the time to collaborate. And really just want to appreciate the support and leadership. I think I always feel better when Janice is involved in something. It's just like, she brings that sense of accomplishment and calm at the same time. It's a unique combination. But thanks to the Energy Commission for hosting, for Air Resources Board, for all the climate leadership through the years, for the federal ministry, with for economic affairs. The acronyms are so confusing, but we're really looking forward to the continued collaboration. You'll see a fair amount of me this morning, so I'm sorry about that. And then, but our CEO from Arches, so is Angelina Galiteva, and she'll be here in a couple of hours. So I look forward to the rest of the conference.
I love that. Together. That's going to be our new tagline. Each of you and your teams are doing truly amazing work. I feel so happy to be a resident of California, call this place my home, because I know that we have the leaders here who are working on fighting climate change and creating a more sustainable planet for my kids and all of your kids and our kids' kids. Thank you. So on behalf of everyone at the GHC, I want to especially thank you for your leadership and your generous support and your staff's generous support of our efforts today. This is a rare opportunity for all of us to come together. So let's make the most of it. So thank you so much. One more round